Hello everyone and welcome back to Happy Moon Tarot Readings. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading about your crush. The person you have the hots for might be a secret crush, moving under the assumption that you're not in a relationship with them and they perhaps don't know how you feel and you're not sure if you should be pulling the trigger or expressing your feelings. We're going to get how they're feeling, your current energies, how they view you in general, and what the energy is surrounding the idea of a connection with you or beginning a connection with you. So we're going to start with a couple oracle cards. Spirit, what is the energy surrounding this crush currently? Thank you. So we've got strut. Am I carrying myself with love with the killdeer? And we're going to get your current energy as well in an oracle card. So Spirit, what is the energy surrounding our collective right now? We've got, am I ready to be seen? Soar. Well, that's appropriate, isn't it? All right. So right off the bat, this makes perfect sense to me. It looks like your crush is very confident. It looks like this person is physically attractive. They feel confident in themselves. They carry themselves in a very strong, positive, sort of attractive way. I'm getting the energy that they are sort of magnetic to people. The type of person who walks into the room and people notice them. Not a wallflower. So if your crush is a wallflower, this might not be the right reading for you, because this is definitely someone who dresses well, who takes pride in their appearance, well-spoken, kind of like a nice, well-rounded package, and they know it. Your energy here is also filled with a lot of possibility. If you notice, you both got birds, and both of the birds are looking towards each other. And your crush over here has got a heart on their bird, which I think is significant because it's telling us that they're open to possibility, they're open to love, they're open to the idea of forming a relationship or developing a crush or whatever direction basically that love might take them. So your energy is definitely, am I ready to be seen? This feels like, am I ready to take that step? Perhaps this is a friend or a coworker. I feel like you have a good rapport. It feels like you get along. You already have an established relationship that's either friendly or work related, or you know each other through other people. You're aware of each other. So this is not a situation, doesn't feel like a situation where you're looking at a stranger or someone who you see at the other end of an office every day, but you don't really know them. This looks like two people who actually know each other. I'm seeing people laughing and joking around. So it looks like your feelings have been established through contact and through getting to know this person. And it looks like you do give each other attention, but you're just not sure of how they feel or where their head is at. So let's get some tarot cards. These are pre-shuffled. Sorry, I had to check, make sure everything was in frame. Okay. So, Spirit. Let's start with the energy and the current connection, the current relationship, friendship between our person and their crush. How are things as they stand now? What kind of dynamic are we working with? Ooh. Okay, we're not taking both of those. I just need one. Just one, please, Spirit. Okay. All right. Let's start with this. So we've got Four of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Cups. And we've got the Devil. Okay. So currently, as it stands, it looks like your person is holding back. They might be holding back, making it clear that they are interested in you, which would make sense because that's would create hesitation in you, sort of expressing your interest. It looks like there's someone who possibly have just gotten out of a relationship or in the recent past got out of a relationship and they're feeling a need to sort of pause and keep their romantic life kind of, I don't want to say pushed away, but it's just not really, it doesn't look like it's something that they're looking for right in this moment. I don't think that has anything to do with you in particular. I think that's just the energy of this person. There you can see the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to things. It's oftentimes about not being able to let go of things, but the energy I'm sensing is that this person is just sort of going about life and not really looking for a romantic connection, not really looking for anything serious, and just sort of seeing what's going to happen, and that they might be a little guarded and a little bit, they might have a little bit of a wall up around their heart. With the Four of Cups here for the energy between the two of you, this energy is intuitively what I'm getting is your person is focused on other things, focused on work, focused on their career, focused on perhaps family. I'm really getting the feeling of work here. And they're not really noticing what else is going on. So we've got these three cups that this person is very focused on, and they're not really noticing like there are other opportunities because they don't really have their mind and heart fully open to this possibility. So they're not really receiving energy in that way. So they might just think, oh, if we're flirting or we're hanging out or me and this person are having a great time, you might be thinking, do we have a connection, or this person's really attractive, I'm into them. And this person is probably just not really thinking about that. It's just not on their mind. And perhaps because they're not ready, but also because they don't see you as someone who would be interested in them, or we'll get more clarity on this, or they don't see it as a possibility just simply because that's not what's on their mind at this time. We've got the Devil falling over here closer to your energy, which the Devil is about fear. I can sense the I don't want to say fear so much as maybe some anxiety and apprehension here. And it makes sense because it looks like although you two have a good rapport, you're not getting the signals that would make it more comfortable for you to put yourself out there because of where this person's at. So although you guys might have really entertaining and fun conversations, or you might have a nice time together and you might, share a nice platonic connection right now, you are picking up on the fact that they're not really showing you more than that. And it's creating a little bit of fear, which makes sense with the am I ready to be seen? Because, you're not really sure if it's the right choice. You don't want to put yourself out there and get rejected. You don't want to put yourself out there and perhaps change the dynamic of a friendship because, you want to keep this person in your life, or you guys know you're going to be in contact with each other regardless. So I think this fear is just coming from not being able to pick up any solid cues from your crush. Let's get some more. information. So let's do, how does your crush feel about you? How do they view you? And your relationship. All right, we got one there. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll take this one. I'm gonna take this one. Okay. So we've got the Tower. We've got the Ten of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay. I think your person is recovering from a heartache. Even though this line was supposed to be more about how they felt about you, I think they are just, they're in their head and in their heart a little bit. The Tower is about something falling apart, completely falling apart so that something new can grow. It looks like they've gone through a breakup or a divorce or some sort of chaotic ending to their past relationship. So our Ten of Swords is also about betrayal, heartbreak, despair. So it really looks like whatever happened to this person previously still affects their decision making. It's still they've still got some healing to do in order to feel confident and comfortable with a new connection. Our Knight of Swords here, because this is closer to your energy. Again, this is their energy and this is sort of shared energy. The Knight of Swords is about action. So it looks like they feel like you're a person of action. It looks like they view you as someone who sort of takes initiative. So I don't know if they're picking up on your signals. Maybe you're flirting with them and they pick up on that. Maybe they see you as someone who's somewhat forward, which is not a bad thing, but they're definitely getting some cues from you or feeling like, this person might be interested in me. I think because you're putting out a little bit of energy there. You might not be putting out a lot of it, but you're putting it out there enough that they're able to be picking up on that. I really do feel like there is hesitation here, just in general, not regarding you, just regarding any sort of connection because of what they're still working through from their previous connection. Okay, let's get some more information. Spirit, how does this person feel about our person? How does the crush feel about our person romantically? Eight of Wands, okay. This one more please. And this one, okay. So we've got the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is great energy. Okay, so as far as how do they feel about you romantically or the potential there romantically, Eight of Wands is fast-moving energy. The Knight of Swords is also fast-moving energy. So we're moving from this Knight of Swords into an Eight of Wands, which is even faster. This is about something happening quickly and coming up very quickly. Our Ace of Swords is about clarity, but it's also about beginnings. So it looks like your crush is gonna be moving out of some of this withheld, restricted energy. Some of the blockages are gonna start to dissolve a little bit because they're definitely seeing the possibility here. The Queen of Cups, I love this Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about emotions and relationships and love. It's about someone, they see you as someone who is very loving and compassionate and empathetic. They have warm, cozy feelings about you. With these three cards together, I would say this feels to me like once this ball starts rolling between the two of you, once there is a little step made in the direction of forming a connection or or confessing some feelings or asking someone out, or once it starts to happen, it looks like it's going to happen pretty quickly. Because the Eight of Wands is going to move right into the Ace of Swords, which is not only decision making and clarity, but also, like I said, new beginnings. And they clearly have positive, favorable feelings for you. I'm not going to say, they're in love with you or anything like that. A lot of times Queen of Cups is about love, but I think that they see the potential of a great situation with you, and they see you as like a wonderful option and a loving person. I also am still getting friend vibes here. I'm just getting the vibe like they already have an affinity for you. They already think you're cool. They already find you attractive. They already think that you're emotionally I think that they could see that this could be like an emotionally harmonious and fulfilling situation with you, because they like you. They think that you're great, and you guys already have an established sort of rapport here. Let me see here. Let me get a couple more cards. So, Spirit. What is the potential outcome here if our person were to connect with their crush? They were to confess some feelings or just make it more clearly known they were interested. What would the energy be in this connection? Ooh. The Tower again. Wow. Okay. What would the energy be in this connection if we were to make a move? Please, Spirit. Take this one and... oh, we got two. Okay. So we have the Tower again. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Moon and the King of Swords. Okay, so this Tower, because it's coming after the first Tower, we already had a Tower over here in their feelings. The way what my intuition is saying about this is that this is the second half of the Tower. So the first half of the Tower is the destruction. It's the things that are falling apart. It's the thing that needs to fall apart. So that is their past relationship or whatever situation sort of closed them off. The second part of the Tower is the rebuilding. It's where something else better grows in the place of what was there, because what was there had to come down. It was a necessity, and it wasn't aligned with this person. So this, to me, is the second half of the Tower, the rebuild, the new thing that comes in to replace what was previously there. Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about contemplation and discernment, but it's also about working together, collaborating, wanting to have a harmonious, situation together. This could be, work related, it could be family related, but as far as a relationship goes, this is someone who wants to sort of work together and collaborate to make something work. We have the Moon. The Moon is oftentimes vague, but I feel like this Moon is leaning more into the feelings of intuition. So I feel like your person, your crush here is, they've been withheld. Maybe they've even kept themselves sort of off the market intentionally, or kind of been avoidant with people and situations intentionally. And I feel like they're going to move more into their intuition. So instead of working from fear, or holding on to the blockages from their past, it looks like they're going to sort of surrender to their gut, surrender to their intuition, which looks like is moving towards saying, well, I'm attracted to this person, and we get along and we are already friends, or we're already great work colleagues, or, we have chemistry. And instead of sort of trying to just avoid that situation, it looks like they're gonna start to pay more attention to it, and follow their gut and surrender their ego and their fear to trust, which is, we like that. We like when people are able to sort of process and heal and then move into trust again. You also had the King of Swords come up over here, and the King of Swords is very logical, rational. It's thinking from the head. It's using your discernment. It's really being practical in your decision making. So I feel like what this is showing me here is this person is moving into a good balance of following their gut, listening to their intuition, but also making logical, practical decisions. Like, I feel like this person is probably works a lot through the head rather than the heart, especially if they've had their heart closed off due to some unfortunate circumstances. So this shows me someone who is coming into balance, and once they start feeling comfortable with following their gut, they're gonna definitely be comfortable and confident in their decision making. I think a lot of the hesitation here is just not trusting the process, or trusting themselves to get into something again, or just trusting the idea of dating or relationships. After we get burned, a lot of times we need time to sort of pull back. And I think that once we've gotten through that period of time, they're going to really start to see you in a different light. They're going to start to pick up on your cues. They're going to start to realize why you guys have such great chemistry, and why you have such great rapport, and why are you always laughing, or you're on the same page, and it just feels really easy and fun and effortless between you. And I think they're going to start to realize, oh, that's because we're aligned, and I actually like this person, and I have some feelings for them that I'm willing to explore. And they're going to come to this decision in a very practical way after they realize it in their gut. So they've got to sort of wait for their intuition and their heart chakra to light them up a little bit. And then they're going to think about it. And then they're going to go, this looks good to me. So let me see here. Feel like I want to get just a couple more cards here. Actually, this deck, nope. Spirit says no, not this deck. Okay, we're gonna go back to this deck. All right. So for our last question, I'm gonna say, let's get you some advice on how to sort of manage the current situationship. It's not even a situationship, but the current situation you're in with this person, and how to proceed forward. Because we do know that they are in sort of a withdrawn energy. Okay. What is any guidance you have, Spirit, for our person regarding advice? Five of Cups. One more, please, Spirit. Star. Okay, so your advice is to know and understand what this person has gone through and is processing. Your advice, our Five of Swords here is about, again, it's sort of a withholding energy, but this card in this deck specifically is about breaking the chain. So when you read the book, this ribbon that was surrounding all of these swords has been cut, because even though there was a sense of holding and retreating and being a little bit, self-serving, that is being cut away. So I think your guidance here is to sort of have some patience with this process for this person. I think it's important that you understand and have grace with their Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about disappointment and defeat and regret. So I think the advice here is, this is a dual card. I think the first one is to understand where this person is emotionally. You might be very excited and just like ready to jump in, and I hope that this can work. And I think that they might need a little bit of a slower approach to understand that. But I also feel like this card is saying, watch out for regret. Are you going to regret it if you never say anything? Are you going to regret it if you never make your feelings known? We don't want you to walk away with regrets. The worst thing that could happen is they're not in a place for that, or that's not what they want. But you don't want to wait too long, or, be so timid and fearful and run by fear that this person doesn't, ever get a chance to really understand or receive, the energy connection that you're trying to make with them. So I would say, be patient with them. Don't push too hard, but also do what feels right. If you have been thinking, I want to say something like, I don't want them to start dating again and then they're with someone else. I don't want their attention to go to another direction. I don't want this situation to end without me at least telling them. If that's something you need to do for yourself to avoid regret, you only live once, right? So let's go for it. And our last card here is the Star. The Star is a great way to end this reading. It's optimistic. It's a test. It's like believing in your dreams. It's one of the most optimistic cards in the deck. So the Star is about believing, believing in the thing that you're like, there's no way, like your ego wants to tell you, there's no way that'll work. There's no way I can do that. There's no way that's right for me. And it's just erasing all of that and having complete confidence and belief in the way that you feel and the way that you want to proceed. So I would say your crush is, overall working through some things, feeling a little pulled back, but it looks like if you give them some signals that they are going to be receptive to that. It looks like you already have a great foundation, and as long as you understand the place that they're in and where they're coming from, that they're going to be open to this. It looks like they're going to be open to this. And we've got a nice little, this is a little cherry on top for you because it's very optimistic. And it's essentially the card that says, go for it. If this were a reading about a job, and someone was like, I want to become a rock star. It's like that big lofty goals, like something that is like, it feels out of reach, and it is just going for it and believing in it. It's having full faith and optimism. So I think that is Spirit telling you, go for it. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me here. If you could subscribe, comment, like, or share on the video, that would help me out so much. And I'll see you again in the next reading.